Hello everyone, welcome back. We are getting ready to plant some potatoes. Ground's still a little wet, but in this sand we can work it a little, sandy soil, we can work it a little wetter than normal. So what we're doing, we're using the 9-tooth or the all-purpose plow or whatever. And we've got our new drag on there. That's old utility pole or a light pole that we put on there for our drag, and you can see it's working good. But what we'll do, we'll run over this with the all-purpose plow to loosen it up and smooth it down and to make it dry a little better, get some aeration down in the soil. And then we're going to take a rototiller and try to chop some more of that cover crop up. One issue that I do have with using cover crops is that very thing. But once we get that done, what we're going to do is take a middle buster and lay off our rows, and we'll drop them by hand, our seed pieces, and then we'll cover them with a tractor 3-point hitch cultivator. And that's what we're working on doing. Now on our potatoes, we'll put our fertilizer in the furrow with the seed pieces or next to them, and we will also use inachlorprid, a product for Colorado potato beetles. It's systemic, so we'll spray our seed pieces when we drop them, and then before we cover them, and that'll keep the give us season-long control of Colorado potato beetles, which is one of our biggest pests on potatoes. And what we're planting is an Irish potato. Kennebec is the variety that we're planting. So but that's what we're trying to get done here. Like I said, me and my assistant, or he's on the tractor using the 5205. He's working it up, getting it nice and loose, and then like I said, we'll run over it with a rototiller and just try to chop it up, smooth it up a little bit, and then we'll get to laying it off. But once he gets done with that, what we're going to do, we're going to leave and go cut our seed potatoes up and get ready for planting. And we probably won't plant all that we've tilled here. You can see the water still laying in a low spot, but like I said, we'll go over this, loosen it up, aerate it good, and let it dry a little more. Might run over it again. Clods are not a real big issue here because it's mostly sand. It's a very sandy, loamy soil, and it does pretty good. So that little tractor does good with that in this loose ground. So, and you can see the log works good, smoothing everything out, pressing the clods back down the ground, what few they are. And so we'll get going. We'll take you guys along. we've cut up our seed potatoes. When you're cutting them up, you don't want to get them much smaller than that right there. Make sure they have an eye on them, which that's an eye that will sprout. See, there's no eye right there. There's an eye. There's an eye. So we've got 10 bags of them cut up, several baskets. What we done, we took a middle buster and we laid off a fur, and then we drop those pieces approximately a foot apart, and then we will spray over top of them. You can see everybody's dropping the seed potatoes by hand with a bucket, and when we get that done, we'll spray them for Colorado potato beetles. Then we will broadcast by hand, fertilize along the edge, and use a cultivator with shovel points on it to cover them. And then later we'll come back and hill them. So I'm going to get back to work. That's a little bit about how we do it. Okay, so we're covering our potatoes now. You can see he's using just a cultivator with some sweeps on the inside, and this is what it looks like. Now we're bare. I know it's windy, but it makes just a little bit of a ridge, and you know, over there's our furrow with the seed pieces in it, but that makes just a little bit of a ridge. And what'll happen is, once they start up, we'll come back through with a ridger and put on top of them. Now, we used the imidacloprid on the seed pieces. There's several different brand names of it, but active ingredients imidacloprid. And we'll come back in and spray probably with Lorsban for wireworms over top of them. Now, whether we'll use chemical control for weeds or we'll cultivate them, we'll see. But once he gets that done, then we will hand dress the fertilize, and we sprayed the imidacloprid with a backpack. We will hand dress the fertilize on the just right on top of the hill, because we want the potatoes to grow up through it, and we will be ridging them later. So that's it. And we ran out of seed potatoes, so we've got about a half a roll to drop and spray, and then we put our fertilizer on them, and then I'll come back in the morning and spray Lorsban on them, and we'll go from there. I think it's Lorsban, I can't remember, but anyhow, that's what we're looking at. If you like what we're doing, that's our potato process, and we will dig them by hand as well. So hopefully, you know, we plan 750 pounds, we'll get maybe 5,000 pounds off. That's the plan. But anyhow, if you like what we're doing, yeah, 5,000 pounds on the low side. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. If see a video you like, give it a thumbs up. If you have a question or comment, please do so. And first seeds of 2020 are in the ground, so here we go. Talk to you guys later.